Hello, hello. Right, so, yeah, what I'm going to do today is, this is another unboxing and sorting out sort of video, and today I'm going to go through this big box here. I think you've seen it in the video briefly before, in one of these before, and this is my Fimir army. There's a couple of it, hoping that the traffic noise is not going to be too bad, but yeah, this video is mainly going to be a proper sort of, it's a much better sort of initial sort of assessment of the state of the army. I'm hoping it's all here in this box. I hope so. Apart from a couple of pieces and stuff. But yeah, hopefully the traffic's not too bad. It's quiet at the moment, but you know, it's, yeah. So, I'll show you the bits that are not sort of in boxes. But yeah, thank God showing this guy off before. He got put in separate sort of stuff. He generally seems to be alright. I might yeah, I guess I might go over the magenta on the scales and stuff, but a bit better. But I think he seemed to be generally all right. I think that, yeah. So he's going to go just over here for now. Just, but yeah, this is another guy that had fallen out, and had to get packed separately. I think, yeah, one of my chunk bird cavalry, and I think, hold on, the X needs to be straightened slightly, but I think mainly it was just the end of the shaft on the axe that needed to be done, and his left knee. I've got some more fresh paint on order. Yeah, just generally a bit of touch up. There's a bit on one, yeah. I'm hoping most of it's just a case of sort of sticking some stuff back in. Yeah. Sort of, yeah. Because yeah, taking the top layer of packaging off. Because I know that, yeah, this guy's going to have his knee sorted. Yeah, he's a little bent. This might be quite a long video, because yeah, it's like with this guy. Yeah, because I was a bit sort of upset with this. I'm going to pack this away. Yeah, because I know this top layer is mainly chunk birds. I mean, yeah, the rider's separate and the axes come off. This guy. Yeah, these mainly in order. And again, come off his mount. There was sort of a spare mount just here. Yeah. There's a number of them. Yeah. Around the forearm and stuff. It's, the legs are bent on this. Yeah. Some of them are. It's okay to just sort of bend the legs back in order. Oh, that's good. Because sometimes it's just sort of. It's like with this guy. It's, yeah. Because it's like with this guy. I thought that. Yeah, this one was missing a rider, but here he is, and I'm just having a look, because it looks like one of them has lost a foot. Oh, right, here we are. Yeah, that's there. Because some of it's just, they've come away. It's like with, yeah, you know, this guy, I think he's actually sort of complete and stuff. He seems, yeah. So I'm glad about that. I thought with this lot, I thought that I was missing a rider and this has probably slipped down the side of the box or something. So I'm sort of glad about that. Because we've gone so far down. Because yeah, that's my zombie dragon and stuff, and he seems to be all in order actually. So that's pretty good. He can be put to one side for now. Doesn't look like that needs to. You try to do a whole dad's tree thing with that, but with some of this stuff, yeah, because I think stuff got put on top of this box. Because the short of it is, I had to basically move quite quickly, and most of these guys, most of my models had to go in storage quickly and be packed away. Right, yeah. There's a bit of bare metal on the end of the tail. Mostly it's like with this guy, he seems to be mainly in order. As with this guy. Because one of the good things is I'm quite pleased with this. I'm forgetting where the actual camera lens is that it's like with this has been, yeah, because I was using if you saw some of the videos of me making this, I was using real wood for the wood sort of thing, and it's but yeah, I'm glad that's not snapped. But see here, oh yeah, the axe is bent, and I'm trying to just ease it gently back into place. Quite soft to move back into place, but yeah. Try and put these into some sort of regimented order. Oh, he seems alright. Yeah, hoping. Because in some cases, hopefully further down, and you should be alright, but yeah. One of my warlords. Quite pleased with that. That was a nice model. Yeah, because it was some of the paints I was using were the last of last of bottles and stuff. Because there was the range. I was using a lot of. It was the Fanatic stuff. Yeah. It was scraped off his shoulder. Part of his colour, yeah. The rest of it seems alright actually. Oh, right, okay. I've done that myself. Accidentally snapped the axe off, trying to bend it back into place. But yeah. He's lost his head. Hold on. I think one of these actually, the head had come off a bit. Just try and move this back into. Yeah. Bit of a tough one. Yeah, he's going to have to. Oh no, actually. because I'm pretty glad that these guys have survived okay. Oh, glad about that. Hold on. Yeah, I had actually missed a rider out of the right one. There. Yeah, found a spare rider. I thought off that top block. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Because I think I'm missing a head. I think I saw the heads while I was just unpacking stuff just then. And this was one of the units that was actually a musician. So yeah, I'm glad it's a number of these. Yeah, these are lasted quite well. Yeah, and was it the standard bearer? They started out like one of these, but had sort of got the weapon out and stuff. And it was just, yeah. I hope that has not gone too far away. That head. There's some extra stuff in there. What's this? Yeah, you can sort of see I might have to move the box in a minute because it was just sort of such a rushed. Yeah, spare bases. Yeah, I was on about it with a friend. It's like some of the stuff I've spared. Because one of the things I was sort of really quite worried about was just losing this guy. And he's going to be a chaos giant because Motley. And he's survived. He's survived. And I wanted it to be sort of like, look, I know it's sort of like a highlight in his hair. I want him to be sort of a bit, yeah. I'm glad about that. I really am glad this guy survived because one of the things is that this guy, well, yeah, you can probably, if you're familiar with a lot of Brian Froud illustrations, this guy's based on a Brian Froud sketch. I can't remember the name of the book, but yeah, this was a limited edition this was a limited run. This was only available through a Kickstarter as a film in. I think I received him about a year and a half ago from a Kickstarter. So I really am glad that he's survived all right because I don't think I can replace him. But yeah, one of my Wood Elf Tree Men. I'm glad he survived as well. That's one of the few that I managed to sort of keep. Because, yeah, it's sort of, as you can sort of see, I had to basically drop a load of stuff in the bottom of here. And I'm really not happy that I had to do that. Even just doing it all, it was... In actual fact, it was heartbreaking, and it was absolutely heartbreaking. Because this was one of the first... I think this is probably the first army I've properly... because I know some of the custom work, it's like with the banner and stuff. It's not... I know I'm not necessarily good at doing all of that and stuff, but... You know, the custom work and all like that. But... It's like... I had done some custom work. And a lot of these models are sort of lesser known models, and you know, say in a Fimir army, and it's like you don't see very many of them about. And because, yeah, another thing I was quite worried about was me probably losing my chariots. And I was sort of having a drink. He's come away, but you know, yeah, it's just sort of a case of just sort of super gluing him back on with that. So I'm going to put him over here. And I think this is the other one. Yeah. Oi. Yeah. There's an extra model just. And he's lost an axe. I was just thinking, oh, he's sort of survived, but not quite. And probably just that's a bit of the packing peanut, and probably just a wet cloth can get rid of that. But yeah, the hands come away. Yeah, put him over there. Right, so I'm going to have to shuffle things up a little bit. But I'm sort of glad, because I was even worrying that it's like all the models are just gone. It's like a lot of the models had sort of gone, and it's like that. Yeah, I'll move it over. It's like even with this unit that you can just about see just here that I unpacked already. That was going to be my elite unit, my warlord's bodyguard sort of thing in there. Yeah. Right, so let's see what with this. Yeah, this is quite a it's because it was, of course, as you can sort of had to go in such a rush that it just could not pack stuff away. Yeah, because I was planning on these guys being like a sort of perhaps using them as Chaos Warriors. So yeah, one of me Chaos Sorcerer there. Let's have a look. Because some of these guys were newer sculpts. But I know they'd gone up. And actually, a lot of these, I'd have to I'll scan over once I've done. Because yeah, it's. There we go. Phew. another one of the banners. Yeah. And here's another one for the other units. I'm going to put that there for now. Ah, yeah. I'm sort of remembering now a little bit. I've done corresponding tufts to denote the units. So, his axe is bent a little bit. I think it's mainly the haft, isn't it? But yeah, I'm sort of really looking. Yeah. But yeah, it's because with the Chonkbird cavalry, you'd got two Chonkbirds and 4 riders, so you could use 2 as infantry. So I've gone through and I've picked stuff just so that he's lost an axe. Gonna have to move all the packing peanuts eventually to try and find some of the missing bits. Yeah, he's good. There's one of the spikes on the mace with this one, but with this guy. But yeah, I'll do a. He's got to chafe on one of the biceps. Because I've got some replacement paint. Yeah, he's got some chafing around the hips and stuff. Base of the tail. Axe is slightly bent. I'm sorry, yeah, this is sort of quite emotional for me, I'm afraid. Because, there we go with that. He's survived. Alright, yeah. Yes, yeah. Couple of chafe marks. That's mainly only on the haft stuff with that. Couple of spikes on the tail. Oh, this is a missed. Yeah, yeah. With the elbow there on that one. Yeah, because it's sort of. I'm sort of actually really glad that a lot of this is just sort of. Yeah. No, that's a random thing. There's one of the, yeah, that goes random axe. I'm presuming that goes with them. Well, it's going with them now anyway. But yeah, I should really do that last. Mace window. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, my other sorcerer I've got here. And they look like they've actually survived very nicely. Yeah. Yeah, the sorcerer. I tried to get a bit of a, not try and redo the, it's got a crystal ball on the end of the staff, but yeah. Yeah, because each unit, they were to guard, it's like that this is the elite unit over here. That's, yeah. And this unit guards the Master Sorcerer. Couple of colour bits and stuff, but yeah. Thankfully, it looks like it's just a bit of touch up on this lot. There's just little spots. It's like something's chased the tail and stuff. But yeah, it's just, yeah. Like this guy's. It's the haft. I've got more of the matching brown for this coming, so he slipped down to the bottom. But in one sense, I'm really glad that these guys have survived so nicely. I was expecting a lot worse because, yeah, because this is my first I'd spent about 2.5 months every day for 2.5 months painting this. And I was thinking, you know, I need to get like a proper storage for these guys. He survived all right. Need to get proper storage for these guys. And yeah. Yeah, I never managed to get round to it. Had to whack them all into this box. And this unit seems to have sort of survived quite nicely. And a preemptive sort of look at all the models. Because yeah. No, don't do that. There we are. Phew. Because I'm sort of really glad that it's just the occasional bit of a... It's like with this unit I've just unboxed here, all of the weapons are actually still intact. Here's another arm with axe, and this to go with that guy. Sorry about all the rustling. I've just dumped a load of the waffers, the packing peanuts over me. Not many, just like 3. But yeah, I'm sort of really hoping that I can find that missing head. So I'm sorry about all the rustling and all that sort of stuff. I don't even know what this is. No, there was that rattling around in the bottom, and it was just sort of, I don't know what that is. Yeah. So I'm going to do actually. I know it's a bit weird, but I'm just getting rid of all of the packing peanuts so I can better see the bottom of the box. Because I think I am actually missing one axe. Oh no, I'm not. From I'm going to have a look through some of the bubble wrap that I've got as layers, because as well, because that's going to bother me otherwise. Yeah, and I was trying to explain to someone why I was so upset. I was explaining to a friend and they understood perfectly why I was sort of quite upset about it. But I was trying to sort of explain to someone else, and it's like, well, I'd saved up for this for about, I can't remember now, about 2.5 months beforehand, and then I'd spent every day for about 2.5 months. We're talking probably about averaging about 3 hours every day, painting these guys up, building and painting them up. I'd started that giant a bit earlier and stuff, but yeah, and I was sort of going, I don't get why you're it's like that. I don't get why you're so upset about it. And it was sort of saying, it's like, well, guess. And there's someone that is renowned for spending 2.5 months saving up for a project and then spending 2.5 months on something themselves. And it's just sort of like, well, guess why I'm upset. And it's sort of like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can find that head. But not in this bit, but I thought I saw it when I unpacked it that I thought I saw it when I unpacked it, but I'll just get these out of the way. I know I've sort of I know this is not necessarily entertaining viewing or anything like that. Listening to and watching packing quavers being packed away. Keep calling them that, packing peanuts. I was just thinking it's that. Hold on. One moment, please. One moment. Because once I've got most of these back in the box, but yeah, I couldn't find that head. I'll just check again for it somewhere. But what I will do. Right. There's bits of tape on this, and it's just trying to sort of check all the folds and wrinkles and stuff with this, and hope that. I thought I saw something that looked like the head from that Fimir. I thought it was a bit loose, and I built it if I'm remembering right. Because there was one that had. Some of them. Yeah, these kits, these have the spare head. I think. Yeah. Trying to just undo this tape a little bit delicately so that I can better have a look. And what I'll do in a moment is, it's not in any of them. Right, left. Yeah, because with the bin liner to try and get this sort of a bit more organised or whatever. But yeah, because once I've have another go at doing all of this sort of stuff. Right, so I'm just going to have a quick look, make sure it's not falling down the side. I'll take the chance to sort of plaster the packing quavers up. I don't have knobbly knees on show, which is nice for everyone. But what I was going to joke around with was ASMR. I don't know if you can hear that properly. But yeah, tinkle tinkle of polystyrene. I'll check on the floor for a few things. And then we'll do a bit more of a better. Move my chair out the way. Yeah, just having a bit more of a look amongst stuff. And yeah, to be honest, I think yeah, can't find it. Yeah, so what I'm gonna sort of try and do next is is to now move that back. Sorry about all the kerfuffle. Because, yeah. Because, oi. Right, so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take this out of its thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my, to prove that I am not actually AI. Hello. Isn't that lovely? You have this real gnarly face instead of actual AI. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around. Yeah, you've sort of seen my desk before. So what we have here, I have a bit more of a bit of a bad look. They're not organised up and stuff, but you know, it's well, yeah, there's me warlord on, probably classified as a wyvern or a man, depends, because I sort of initially penciled it in as doing like a, well, depends. For 3rd edition I can get away with, I can do, it's a Fimir army. Well, yeah, he's the one that I was not sure if I can properly replace him. I'm glad that's survived as well. Because a lot of this stuff, the rider, both these models, both of these guys are from Oakbound Studio. The wyvern itself is from Alternative Armies, and it could be a Nick Bibby sculpt, but I'm forgetting. Well, yeah, all of these are from Oakbound Studio. These guys are Oakbound Studio, and a lot of these are the new sculpts and stuff. And those are the ones that are neon-ish sort of robe. But yeah, and sort of see, it's like, let me, can't quite see, I'm just passing, because I did fingernails on them. I wanted them to be a bit grotty and stuff, but yeah, it's just going over some of the points and stuff. These guys came out pretty well and stuff, these guys did. Because nothing's broken off, it's probably just tails and stuff. But yeah, I think I did these guys. He's got the axe behind him on the table, that needs gluing on. Some of the weapons are bent and stuff, you can sort of see with that guy. That needs straightening out. See if I can do that properly. Yeah, you got the sorcerer there. But yeah, it's like these guys. Yeah, these guys had a bit of a tough time with it because, oh yeah, you can sort of see on his tail, and then on one of the cloaks there was a bit scraped off, wasn't there? But yeah, it's his head that's gone missing, because there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 of these guys. So he might have to be retired. But yeah, he's got the axe with him. I was wondering if one of the axes had gone completely missing with this lot. But yeah, let's have a look, because I've got sorry about that, my chonk bird cavalry. Most of them seem to be well, they're all there. And there's the rider behind. And I think with the pointed finger he's got the rider in front, and with that he's still there. There's the axe fell off one of these guys, hadn't it? Yeah, this guy down here. Yeah, you can sort of see. Yeah. So I've got all of the riders and stuff with that. And then it's like with... Ooh, ah. That, I think... Oh, no. That's his foot, isn't it? That's his foot. And then got the axe here to go with that. That's for him. He survived okay. And you can sort of see, yeah. And, hold on. The rider needs to be stuck on again. But I think mostly that seems to have survived okay. And it's just... Yeah, because I thought I'd found a spare head. And it's just no. Yeah. But I've got some, yeah. And what I'm intending on doing with this lot is, of course, doing. I'm gonna make preparations, and then I'll do like a proper army showcase. That wasn't meant to sound sarcastic. I'll do a proper army showcase video, an army showcase video of these guys once they're all repaired and stuff. And it's, I'm sort of glad all the stuff's there. Because I'd sort of worked out with all the points and stuff, even beforehand, I'd worked out with all the points to sort of go, right, I'd saved up for 2.5 months to buy these. And they're all from Oakbound Studio. And, yeah. Yeah, they're all from Oakbound Studio, and it was just sort of... Yeah, it was sort of, yeah, just trying to do a couple of bits of conversions and stuff. Because you can sort of see that the standard bearer and Emma are pretty much the same model and stuff like that. Just trying to get everything just, to match up all right and stuff. And yeah, it was just sort of, going through army builders, making sure this, because I wanted to try and find an army where I could have a giant, big monster. I could do knights, chunk bird cavalry, chariots, etc. And and where it was all pretty decent and stuff. And it was sort of like, I can do Fimir for 3rd edition and stuff, but I think for many later editions, I can probably do, if I'm playing, or is it Kings of War, of course they can probably be demons, some sort of abyssal demons or something like that. But if I'm going to be doing some of the other Warhammer editions or something, it's Chaos Warriors. Well, yeah, but yeah, it's once I've sort of got all these guys sorted up, I'll get things set up, and I'll do a proper sort of unboxing. A proper army showcase. Get all the guys set up, and I'll pose behind them doing the whole Brian Ansell pose and stuff. But yeah, well, yeah, I am actually sort of glad that these guys have all survived and stuff. They've all survived okay. So even if some of the axes don't bend back and stuff in properly, then I can sort of, I can sort of still stick them on and stuff. And it's just, yeah. At some point, I've got some bits to come and stuff, and yeah. I'm gonna sort of, got some spare paint and stuff, all of that, and I'm actually really, really relieved because I was really, yeah. It's the first army I've managed to do since childhood. It was a complete army from start that had started planning from the very start. Yeah, and it was just it was from the very start, planning it, and I was saving up for about two, I mean, not, I suppose not long, 2.5 months or whatever, but it's stuff like that, and gradually going through, picking exactly the right stuff and working it all out so I could get just the right amount of stuff and all of that sort of thing. And yeah, I think one of the chariot bodies, they're converted Chonkbird cavalry, and I think the chariot bodies, I think the one on the left is from Forlorn Hope. The one on the right, I think that was from the Erin range that alternative armies do. But yeah, and but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, there we go. I'm sort of relieved that all the models have sort of mainly, yeah, it's just a case of sort of a bit of touch up and stuff. Trying to be gentle with bending stuff back into place and stuff. And yeah, sort of glad about that. But yeah, I think soonish. I think one of the because I think this is going to be one of my main sort of crafting projects for now, getting these guys up and running again. And I managed to get. Well, yeah, you would have seen already some of the Thunder Under Mount Silence stuff, and that's another Oakbound Studio game, and I'm going to try and play. I've got most of that sort of stuff sorted out, and I should have more than enough models, and more than enough bits of terrain and stuff. And at some point soon, I'll try and organise doing like a bit of a thing where I'm sort of I'll try and organise a video where I'm going here are all the models I'm going to play with Thunder Under Mount Silence, and then this is as of filming and stuff, and then once I've done all that, here are all the floor tiles and here are all the models and everything's available to, for me to start playing. And it's like, once I've done all of that, I can sort of go through the rules for the 147th time and make sure I can get stuff sorted out and, get my head around stuff and then start playing. So, yeah, I think I'm probably going to try and do that. And, yeah. Then there should be some solo games of that and stuff, and I'll try and get those filmed. I'm not really sure how I'm going to film them at the moment. Across the floor and aggravate my face, neck, and back injuries. That's the best thing about Thunder Under Mount Silence is the tiny furniture. It's the roadside. Yeah, I'm probably not going to try and do a proper impression of him because. Yeah, might in a sort of an intro bit to introduce the game, but yeah, try and read the intro text like that. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'll get everything sort of all set up and worked on and all that sort of thing, and so wasn't expecting to find that tree man and my zombie dragon. That's my craft stuff, and stay safe, stay groovy.